Benny, is this what it's all about for you? Traveling to different parts of the world and just doing your thing? Or would you rather be more of a guy that stayed stateside?
Yeah, those things you mentioned, the week of the fight, super important. So I actually prefer to corner guys out of state. I prefer to fight at home and just be more comfortable. But that's okay. I don't mind. This will be my third trip to Brazil. But it's a lot easier when it's at home, when you know you're going to be able to go to a Whole Foods or you're going to be able to go to a certain market and get everything you need.
Mm-hmm.
You speak the language. These things kind of help. It's okay, though. I got two of my corners are Brazilian, so that helps me out right there. So, yeah, ideally I'd fight at home, but this is good too.
Who will be in your corner next Saturday?
I have Rafael Cordero,
Mm-hmm.
Arthur Estrazulas, he's a teammate of mine from Kings, and Marcus Molka, he's my wrestling coach.
All right, I know why you chose Rafael, but tell me about the other two. I'm trying to get to know more coaches in this game. Why you decided on them two, and is it a comfort level or does it make more sense? Are they based there?
So I've been working with Marcus Molka for my wrestling for the past 2 years, and honestly, I didn't even realize there was so much technique in wrestling. Before that, I was just basically just wrestling every day and not knowing what I was doing, and I was getting my butt kicked. But just learning the details, and Marcus is a two-time national champion from Arizona, Division I, and four-time All-American. I think he was is it Pac-10 or now Pac-12? He was four-time champion for that. So the guy's wrestling is off the hook. And he's all about details. I think he was a wrestling coach at Harvard, so he's one of those guys that really has to get his point across with words before we can even start wrestling. So that's my wrestling coach. And then Arthur is a training partner of mine. He recently fought on ACB, the Russian show. Mm-hmm. He got a knockout. He's pretty impressive when it comes to kicks and striking as well. So he's been in my corner before.
Right. And so the UFC pays for you and one corner. Are the other two coming out of your pocket then?
Yeah, the
Wow.
other two are coming out of
Well, see
pocket, and the room as well.
Wow, that just shows you how much these two mean to him, because he's going out there 8 or 9 days. He wants to make sure both of these cats are there. That's one thing I wish the UFC, if you guys ever collectively bargain, whether it's an association or a union or just sometime down the road, I think the international fighters, they take it in the shorts on taxes, and this whole deal with the coaches that go out there and assist on fight night. If the UFC is going to pay for the production team to go down there and put on a good, hey, we got to have our production tip top or whatever. I know they have some people that work on the Brazilian side of things, but a lot of people travel to make sure that there's a good show. Well, why not assist the fighters that are doing this for you and traveling international and give them some sort of a stipend, even $5,000? Even if somebody goes, here you go, Benny. Here's your pay for the night, and here's an additional $5,000 for anything you incurred that night. That $5,000, man, I'm telling you, it's not going to shatter the end result of what that fight could, because they're still going to sell 10,000 tickets. Fox is still going to get their 2 million viewers, or if it's a pay-per-view, they're going to get their hundreds of thousands of views. So the bottom line, I don't think is going to be fractured enough, but I think it would really, really mean a lot to the fighters, personally.
Yeah. I mean, they like to nickel and dime as much as they can, Even if you go out there early, they won't have somebody pick you up from the airport and stuff like that. And they nickel and dime, like little shit.
I thought
like
they had
that,
white vans that scoop you guys up.
But not if you go out early, They do,
early.
but if you go out a couple weeks early or whatever to get accustomed, they'll tell you. They're like, you have to do your own transfer. It's
and I know
ridiculous.
Connor's on this level. I hear it. But when they're willing to fly him and his whole team on a private jet and set up a private gym so that he can go to a press conference, that fucking costs money.